Oh man, okay. All right, what up, people? What's going on? What's popping? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? What's the deal? So today I'm gonna be talking about, men's issues with a woman's sexual past, because a lot of dudes got issues with this shit. They can't deal with it. They're going crazy. So we're going to talk about that today. But before we get into that, make sure you get the book, How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, ebook, hard copy, audio book, all of those things. Click the link below or go straight to mrlocario.com to get your copy today. You feel me? So we're going to get into this today, man. Oh my goodness. Tony Brown, what's going on? What's popping with you? So, this is the thing. I've talked about this for years, where you got a lot of guys who they're under the illusion that women don't like sex as much as us, or they think that there's something wrong with a woman for having like a number of different sex partners. And people always say, okay, a woman has a high body count, but what is high? What is the high thing? I don't understand, because what is it, 5, 10, 15, 20? Like, what is high to you? You understand? What up? Who's in the chat room? VP Films, what's going on? Jeffrey, what's going on? Eastern Conversation, Tim G, what's popping? What's the deal? What is going on with you? Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm about to move this fan a little bit over here. Cool. All right, I'm back. I am back. But yeah, it's fucking hot as crazy. You leave that on the ground. You don't have to put it up there. It's gonna like drop. It's gonna fall on his stuff and everything. But yeah, man. So you gotta understand that women like sex as much as us, and you have to be realistic about what's going on out here in this game. Because I've heard guys who say, oh, if a girl's had sex with more than 5 guys in her life, you know what I'm saying? She's she's a slut. She's crazy. And I'm like, dude, you got to think about this. And I talked about this on Facebook, where I said, imagine you're a 28-year-old woman, and you've been getting guys trying to get at you since you were 18. That's 10 years. 10 years of guys trying to get in your pants, right? Now, if one guy a day, just one guy a day for 10 years, tried to get at you, that's 3,650 guys, at least. You see what I'm saying? So, the thing is, if you're expecting a woman to only have had sex with 3 or 4 guys out of 3,650 guys, you're fooling yourself. Now, there could be situations where a girl was actually in a long-term relationship and she wasn't cheating on her man, and they've been together for 6 years or whatever, and it is what it is. But a lot of times, most women are not in these long-ass relationships, and even before they get into those long-ass relationships, they're not in one, so they're going to actually have sex while they're chilling, looking for that relationship, if that's what they want. So the thing, that guys got to understand is guys have to be more realistic, but also we got to ask the question, why do, guys care so much? You feel what I'm saying? Why do they care so much? What's the point? Well, let me make sure you guys can see me. This shit look like, let me ask if you guys can see. Can you guys see me? All right, can you guys see me? Is the stream going good? Okay. I just want to make sure, because this shit be looking weird on my end sometimes. Okay, cool. Everything's good. Yeah. So the thing is, you got to understand that chicks are out here doing this stuff. You said if girls haven't had a big past, does it mean there's something wrong with the chick? No, that doesn't mean that. I'm just saying that most women have been with multiple dudes because they're sexual beings just like you. My question is, why is it such a big deal for men to, you know what I'm saying, and to understand this? Now the reason why most, it's because of ego, and also it's because of misinformation about women in general. But it's ego because a guy wants to feel like the girl he got, chose to save herself for the right person, and he's the right guy to do all the shit. And or he feels like, well, if this girl has sex with me quickly, or she's been doing a whole bunch of guys, then she must do that to every other guy, and all that other stuff. He said no one wants a guy feeling you what? Oh, he said no one wants a guy telling you they smashed your girl. I think that's why. Okay. Well, that's the thing. Every girl you with, some guy smashed. So what's the deal? What's the difference? You see what I'm saying? Unless you found a girl who's a virgin, then what's the difference? You see what I mean? And then so some guys will be like, well, she don't got to be a virgin, but she couldn't have had sex with more, a whole bunch of dudes. But why though? It's always this. And then this is one of the reasons that dudes will come up with that I think is very hilarious. I was talking about this on Facebook, and this guy was like, well, if you meet a woman who's had a whole bunch of sex with different guys, then it's hard for her to bond with you. You can't bond with women like that. And I've heard that a number of different times. It's like the go-to excuse. You understand? And what do we mean by bond? We're talking about you having that connection there. You having that, interaction where you and her are on some either deep emotional level, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So they think that because this girl's had sex with a number of different guys, and we still haven't determined what's the number. We haven't determined what's the cutoff, what's too much and what's okay. It's always everyone's opinion. Some guys say if it's more than 2, some guys say more than 5, some guys say, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know. And in most of those some guys say, well, if it's more than 20, whatever. But the thing is that, to say that a chick can't bond, you understand, with you, because of that, you feel what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. I've been with women who I've bonded with, but see, the bonding of the situation depends on you and also the girl, and also if there's some sort of connection there between you and that person. You understand? I remember this one girl I was dating for a while, and I'm really open about having discussions about this. So she told me her real number. See, most of y'all ain't getting the real number. She told me her real number. Her real number is like 97 dudes. Right? So some of y'all will lose your fucking mind if you heard that. If he was telling a girl who was doing that, right? Y'all would go crazy. But yeah, she had 97 guys. Right? So the thing was, me and her bonded fine. You understand what I'm saying? We was going out for a while. David Hizzer, you said, what about diseases? You said girls with a lot of bodies got me thinking she's got an STD. Well, that's with any chick you deal with. It's not just with a girl who's having sex with a lot of guys, because the thing is, you can have someone who have sex with a whole bunch of people, get tested all the time, is careful, and don't have anything. You can have someone who's ignorant about protection and all this other stuff, have sex one time and catch something. So you know what I'm saying, and vice versa. So it's you just got to be careful with that shit. You understand? So the thing is, guys got to get over this thing where they're so caught up with a woman's sexual past. You said, do I think on average women actually have more sex partners than men? Oh yeah, that's facts. Facts. I'm telling you right now they do. I'm telling you right now they do. Just off the strength that, okay, think about it this way. Me and some random girl could go into a bar and have have a competition. Who can get sex tonight the fastest? She will win every time. You understand what I'm saying? She will win every time. Because dudes are, first of all, we're usually the pursuers, so we're going out there trying to make it happen, which would be what I'm doing in the situation. She's just having dudes coming up to her trying to holler, so all she has to do is say, okay, you, let's do it, let's go. You understand what I'm saying? What up, Zeus Flippy? What's going on? And there's a lot of guys out here who are not getting any play. And this is what happens. 20% of the guys, if you have 100 guys in the room and 100 women in the room, 20 of the dudes, 20% of those dudes would get 80% of the women. And then 80% of the guys are, just gotta, fend for themselves somehow. You see what I'm saying? Because what happens is this, is that the average guy who's in that 80% that's not getting shit popping, he's, maybe, let's say he might have a girlfriend or whatever, or, he's not like a player type of dude, or he's just not getting anything. So you said the 20-80 rule or 80-20 rule does exist? Exactly, yeah. Of course that exists. What up, Ellie George? What's going on? So the thing is, you're going to have, out of 100 dudes, 20 of those guys are having sex with most of the women. So you got 80% of the guys that, aren't having that much. So the women, 80% of the women are having sex. I would say even 100, but mostly 80% of the women are having sex, and only 20% of the guys are having most of the sex. So you have a bunch of dudes who's not getting anything. You understand? So you got to understand that, and so you have to accept the fact that the women that you're dealing with, in general, that you meet, are out here getting things going. You understand? Because let's say you just at a party tomorrow. You go to a party tomorrow, you meet a girl, and she's in her late 20s, early 30s. You just met her. You think that through her whole life, she's just been chilling at home knitting sweaters and waiting for you to show up. Now, I'm not saying that every girl out here is, going in, but most are. Why? Because they're human beings just like you. They get horny. They want to have sex. This is real simple. I don't understand. Like, it's weird. Some guys, they think, this is the funny part, they think that we like sex, then we have to, when we approach and talk to a girl, we're trying to convince them to give us what we want, which is sex. No. Like, you think they're doing us a favor by having sex with us, or women are just like waiting around for the right guy to be in a long-term relationship or to marry, and then she'll just be like, well, I'll just wait and give this guy some sex so that he can give me what I want, which is the commitment. No, you guys got to get out of that thought process. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to understand, like, guys got to understand that they're dealing with women in real life who have had sexual things happening before they got into the picture. You feel what I'm saying? You got to understand that. But what's going on in the chat room? Let me see what you guys are talking about in here. What's going on in here? Poti Robinson, what's good? You said, what's up? How can I change the way I approach women when I'm out with family like my parents and brother? I want to do it, but I feel like they'll cock block, or I'll just feel embarrassed. Well, listen, when you approaching a woman, it's just supposed to be you and that woman. You got to block everything out. Just focus on that. Who cares about what your family and your parents, and you're a grown ass man, I'm assuming. So do what you got to do to get what you want. There's nothing to feel embarrassed about. If that's what you want, you got to go and do it. Man, Ross Goldberg, what up? You said, what's the highest approach to lay ratio you ever gotten out of 100 girls? Well, usually, see, again, it all depends on your level of game, because the average guy will probably get between 1 and 10. You understand? An intermediate guy will get maybe between 20 and 30, and then a more advanced guy would get like, 40 to even half. Rob Cruz is going on. Spartan Butler, you said, and these chicks will have things going on while they're with you and after they're with you. Exactly. See, this is, why a lot of guys don't want to hear this shit. It's hard to hear, because you've been conditioned to think of women a certain way. And the reason why you've been conditioned to think of women a certain way is because some of you have been on the receiving end of women pretending that they're not sexual like that. And the reason why they're pretending they're not sexual like that with you is because they don't see you as the sexual guy. They see you as the provider guy. And so what the provider guy does is he says, and this is you guys' fault, you say, I will never wife up a girl who's had a whole bunch of sex with a whole bunch of dudes. So this is what you get when you try to get, then you're like, oh, why I gotta wait so long, and she's playing games, she's making me wait. That's your fault. You did y'all did that on your own. You understand what I'm saying? See, when a guy approaches a girl and he's giving her sexual energy, and he's like interacting with her as a sexual being, and he's not judging her as like, oh, you're a slut and you're a whore. If he's not doing any of that stuff, she feels comfortable enough to let that side of her come out, which is why she'll end up having sex with that guy, because he's exuding that sexual energy, he's building sexual tension, and he's basically, by his actions and words, letting her know, hey, it's okay to, be like this. But a lot of you guys, on the other hand, you're on some, if a girl does this, I would never wife her. And also too, you gotta watch out for, and this is the thing, some of y'all don't realize this, is that, because I look at a lot of Facebook and Instagram, and so Facebook and Instagram is what a lot of women will look at when they're trying to get with you. So you might meet a girl on an online site, or you might meet a girl at a bar, and she may, exchange information with you, or she sees you online, she checks out your Instagram or your Facebook, because a lot of the Instagrams are connected to like Tinder and Bumble and all this other stuff. So if you're writing posts, and I see this a lot on a lot of guys' posts, they'll say shit like, oh, these women out here are whores for sleeping around, or a lady wouldn't do this or this and this and that, right? So now if that girl likes you, or she's interested in you, and you want to have sex with her like now, right? But she sees all that shit you talking, guess what? She's not going to have sex with you now. Why? Because she likes you. And she sees that you think that it's wrong for women to have sex quickly, or that you think you're not going to, wife up a girl who has sex quickly. And then guess what? You don't get the sex. You see what I'm saying? Because she sees you as the guy who she can, interact with as that provider guy. Now, sometimes a woman may automatically see you as the provider guy based off of, your vibe and how you look and all this other stuff and the energy you're bringing. So she automatically may put on that quote unquote good girl, persona. But what you got to understand is that they're doing that because they feel that this is what you're gonna take her more seriously if she acts this way. You understand? So you got to understand that happens out here in the game, man. It's crazy. Sean Steve, you say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. See, my thoughts on that is, the housewife is the hoe. Do you understand? It's the same girl. It's the same girl. It's the same girl. That's what you gotta understand. Dude, what 212 was good, bro? You said so, Lakar. You saying that her past doesn't matter at all? No, I'm not saying her past doesn't matter at all. I'm saying that understand all women have a past. That's what I'm saying. So don't be naive to think you're meeting virgins all day or meeting a girl who only had sex with two guys all day. This is what I'm trying to say. There are women out there like that, but they're rare. You understand what I'm saying? And most of y'all wouldn't even want them anyway. That's the funny part. Because what's going to happen is a lot of those girls, you know, look, a lot of those girls are not that great in bed. A lot of them. Not all, but a lot. I'm just saying, you know. So yeah, you're like, oh, I want this virgin girl or whatever, because he's like, you know, and that's all cool for your ego. But when it gets time to get down to business, you're just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You said, how can we change that? Oh shit, I got my headphones in this shit. Damn, I hope y'all was hearing the audio good, because I had the headphones in that motherfucker. I'm sure y'all heard it, but shit, that shit must have been low. JXN, you said, how can we change that? How can we change what? Alright, let me see who's on this line. Yo, what's going on? Who's this? Yo. Yo. Hello. Alright, dude hung up. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me see something. Hello?
Hey man, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
No, not much, man. This is a little bit off topic. I want to know what skincare products do you use to give you that bronze look?
I don't use any skincare products except for lotion. You know what I'm saying? I wash my face, and I use I use this shit, Vaseline, or whatever. What do you call it? It's Vaseline Intensive Care. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
No way.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. And also, you know, you gotta try to live stress free, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a black man like yourself. Like, do you use any? I get a lot of razor bumps too.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard coconut oil is good. Like, do you use that as well, or?
That's the crazy part, because I don't really get that much razor bumps. But I heard, like, if you use like after you shave, if you put like maybe like a hot towel or compress on your shit, you know what I'm saying? It could work. You know what I mean? But but yeah, I don't really get that much razor bumps, so I can't really tell you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've been using Magic Shave. You know what Magic Shave? Magic Shave is for black men, but the problem is with Magic Shave, it takes so long to get off and all that stuff.
No word? Damn, I didn't even know that. Cause see me, I just say, like, you know, they say drinking a lot of water is good for your skin. You know, fucking and just you know, and this is what I was saying, like staying stress free too, or trying to stay as stress free as possible, because you know, with all the stress takes a toll on your shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you know, you gotta do that, and just, you know, use some lotion and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like lotion and Vaseline and all that other stuff. Coconut butter. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people in my family use that shit, so it's good. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
All right, bro. I'm out at you, bro.
Bye.
All right, peace.
Bye.
All right. That said, stay away from greasy foods too. Yeah, that could work too. You know what I'm saying? Man. But hold on, let me see who else this is. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, Lucario, what's going on, man?
What's poppin'? What's the deal?
Chilling.
What's going on with you, man?
Yeah, I got a question, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, cause I was talking to my man the other day, right? And he was telling me that the best way he approach women is by offering them something. Is that true?
Offering them something like what?
Like, you might see a woman, she walking, say you want to offer her a ride or somewhere like that. That's an example.
I mean, if that's working for him, he could do that. But the thing is, you don't want to get into a habit of feeling like you gotta do something or offer her something to talk to her or make something happen with her. You see what I'm saying? Because then that becomes something that you get so used to that that's all you end up doing. And on top of that, when you start out like that, the woman she's going to expect that from you, all the time because you started out like that from the jump. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I would say the only thing you need to offer her is your presence and your game and your conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then see and if she's responded to that, then that's good. And then once she's been dealing with you at some point, or let's say if y'all been dealing with each other for a while, then you could say, hey, listen, I could give you this or give you that, and as a way to show, hey, listen, you've earned this. You feel what I'm saying? So it's that type of shit.
Yeah, because I didn't too much because I figured that what you knew what you was talking about because I'm like offering them something. That's like going to the club and buying them a drink.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because I was telling him all you got to do is just talk to the girl because you have to come out your mouth before you come out your pocket.
Exactly. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
dudes always they get into this habit or this mindset of thinking, I gotta do something extra, and the reason why they think they gotta do something extra is because they don't think themselves and who they are is enough. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the message you're sending the woman when you do that type of stuff. You see what I mean? And also too, that type of thing a lot of times gets you into that provider role. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that she may look at you as the guy she can sort of use or take advantage of or get you to do more stuff for her or whatever. And on top of that, without her even doing anything for you, because you've offered her something without her having to do anything. So again, that's the precedent that's being set. You give her stuff without her having to do nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because what I was thinking was like, because he did say something else that I totally agree with, and you talked about it before. You know how you're supposed to back and then react. You said like you just take a word out of what she said, you just throw something else in from at her.
Right.
Yeah. So I was telling him, hey man, it ain't all about if you're gonna offer a woman something, you just like what we talked about before about offering value. You just walk up to a girl and offer her a good conversation.
Exactly.
Conversation.
Exactly. And see that right there. The thing is, and this is the thing that guys got to understand when you're talking to women, you're dealing with women. Always remember that you're looking to see if she's a good fit for your situation and not the other way around. You see what I mean? Because a lot of guys approach the game where they're like, yo, well, I hope she likes me and I want her to want to get with me so I could be with her. No, it's like, look, this is what I'm about. This is what I do. And I'm questioning you. I'm having a conversation with you. I'm figuring you out to see if you're worth my time to even keep talking to you, or you're worth my time to even get to, keep getting to know you or whatever it is. So that's the thing, because and when you have that mindset, you won't be offering chicks nothing. You know what I'm saying? From the jump like that, it's like, nah, you understand? Because it's not about you. It's about me understanding what's going on so that I can fit it into my situation. You see what I mean?
Yeah, because that's the thing, like. Because I remember you telling me once before that you could say anything to her. Even you could say how you doing. It's just start a conversation. But I was trying to tell him the best way you can do it is like say you can stop the woman while you're approaching her and say, "Hey, look, excuse me, miss, give me about 3 minutes of your time," and then once you get her attention, then you could just jump right into conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, that's what it is, man. You just gotta, just gotta get out there and put that game down, and you'll be good. That's all it is. You gotta tell your boy that. Be
Yeah.
like, yo, tell him stop offering chicks that. So, be like, look,
Yeah,
man.
that's what I was figuring out. But he said something I agree with, and then he said something else that I didn't agree with. But
Right.
it was cool, but all I know is I could just say anything to her to try to take what she say and just throw it back at her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Nah, that's some shit, man. That's real talk. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my dude. All right, I gotta get a few more of these calls, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Right. All right. Peace.
Peace, bro.
All right.
All right. So the calling numbers, people, 646-481-3901. B Scott, what's good, bro? You, what's going on?
Hello?
What's poppin'? Is this Nez?
Yes, Nez from
What's
London.
going on, bro? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you been?
What's the deal?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you been?
I'm good. I'm chilling. What's going on with
Yeah,
you?
I just got back from Regent Park. Me and a wing were out approaching, and Primrose Hill as well.
Okay.
And so yeah, I mean, we approached quite a few, like a mixed bag, mixed success, because it was kind of late. And most girls were kind of went home anyway.
Right.
But yeah, like one of the sets I approached, I think I ejected too quickly because I kind of ran out of things to say, and she was a girl who was working at the Harry Potter Museum or something. There's like a Harry Potter museum near the like Madame Tussauds, and she had the uniform and the Harry Potter style glasses. So I just walked up to her and I made a comment about that, and asked for her name and stuff like that, and spoke for like another minute. But that's what I'm like. I kind of ejected too quick because I ran out of things to say. I don't know if it was some nerves or something like that. But how do I what should I do in these awkward silences if I don't have anything else to say? And
well,
I
the thing is,
that she's losing interest.
Well, the thing is, if you don't have anything else to say, you just wrap it up. Just be like, yo, listen, like as you're talking to her, and then you notice, okay, you ain't got shit else to say. Be like, listen, I gotta run, but yo, let me get your number. Here's my number. Let's talk, later. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to keep it going, especially if you don't want to keep it going. You're pretty much done talking, and exchange numbers, because the thing is, a lot of times too, you want to keep it short and sweet unless you see there's extreme interest in the situation, because the extreme interest in the situation, you could like either go on an instant date, you could probably go home with her that night, whatever. It's just that really like, extreme interest. But the thing is, a lot of times when you're talking to these chicks, you want to keep it short and sweet and just, give her your number, get her number, whatever it is, and then keep it pushing. Because a lot of times what happens is that when you talk too long, the girl could initially been feeling you, then you kept talking, you kept going, or you ran out of something to say, and then you start feeling weird, and then it gets awkward, and then that becomes the reason why she doesn't give you the number. You feel what I'm saying? Or that's the reason why she doesn't really hit you up. But if you end on a high note, or if you end it, quickly, then she still has, time to wonder about you. She's still not really necessarily sure, if how she feels to that extent yet. Because the thing is, you're going to have the girls who are extremely feeling you. Then you got to have the girls who's going to be like, okay, he seems cool. Let me see what else is going on. But they're not going to have that thought if you stay too long, talk too long, say something stupid, or it becomes awkward, because then she's basing her, level of interest, or her giving you her information based off of that last moment you're with her. So if you run out of stuff to say, just be like, yo, well, it's good talking to you. Listen, we should hang out sometime. Here's my information. Hit me up, or give me a number. I'll hit you up, or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, she was looking at her phone and stuff while sitting down. I thought of saying, do you mind if I sit down next to you on the grass? And But I mean, I was kind of caught in two minds about it. So I was
See,
like,
Nez,
yo, nice talking to
Nez,
you.
you too polite, man. You got, you know what I'm saying? Don't be asking her, do you mind? Be like, listen, I'm about to sit down real quick. Move over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. You gotta command the moment. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta be like, listen, woman, a man is in your presence. You understand? That you gotta have that energy. You feel what I mean? If she's on her phone, be like, listen, you know, put down my number in your phone since you got your phone out. You feel what I'm saying? Or give me your phone, I'll put my number in it. It's that energy, that attitude, that arrogance that turns women on. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you come into her and you're saying, hey, you know, do you mind if I do? She's looking at you like, oh, here goes another guy who's like a super nice beta male guy. You know what I'm saying? Like they interact with those guys a lot. You feel what I'm saying? So when you come with that different energy, it's like, okay, like she's a little bit more, you know, she's feeling that. You feel what I'm saying? So don't be scared to do that, because it's better you do that and have a girl not really trying to fuck with you, because at least you know that she's not fucking with you strictly off of your masculine energy. You feel what I'm saying? Because she's too nervous to fuck with you. Maybe she's the type that's gonna play games and is looking for some beta male dude, which you don't even want that anyway, because some girls, they'll look for those guys who they can control, and this is why they'll gravitate to the beta male energy type of guy, and which is why they'll reject the guy who has that more of that masculine. So it's better to get rejected for that masculine, so you know she's probably more of the type of girl who's going to play games anyway. But a lot of times they will come to you and be responsive to that energy based off of how you're doing it. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta get more comfortable being a little bit more bold and being a little bit more arrogant in the situation when you're dealing with these women. Almost like you have to act like, you know, like you feel she already wants you. You understand? And you're just doing her a favor by creating a situation and making it happen. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, look, girl, I'm here. What's good? You feel what I'm saying? Look, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get your number. You gonna get my number. We gonna make shit pop. You understand? Like that feeling. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's times where I talk to girls, and you know, like I would the way I talk to them, I would talk to them as if they've already decided they wanted to fuck with me. So like as I approach them, I'll be like, hey girl, what's good? How's your night going? Well, listen, you know, I know that you're you know, extremely attracted to me. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you my number. You're gonna give me your number. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow. So I'm telling her like we already planned to do this. I'm not asking her does she want me. I'm not asking her does she want my number. I'm telling her, hey, listen, you want me. I'm telling her I'm giving you my number. Now what happens with that is some girls will, you know, be like, oh, you know, what makes you think I want your number? And oh, I'm not giving you, you know, they'll do all that other stuff. But then that creates a situation to where I can play off of that. I can work off of that. I'd be like, what you mean you don't want my number? I know you want my number. I see the way you're looking at me. You feel what I'm saying? You know, so it's like you do that, but it's still that energy that makes the girl see you differently than a lot of dudes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, I think that was my mindset going in. I was kind of feeling nervous. I was like, oh, crap, what do I say? But no, I'm definitely going to try that tomorrow. Right. At the same park and see how it goes. But yeah, me and the wingman, we approached the two set, but they ended up being a lesbian couple, so that was kind of funny.
Right.
They were just trying to like deal us on, and then they said, oh yeah, by the way, it's our anniversary this year or some shit.
Right.
Oh, you know, but yeah. But yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow, man. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, do that, man.
So I'll let you know how it goes, yeah? Cool.
Right. Yeah, man. So yeah, try that out, and you know, let me know what's popping with you, man. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Peace.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
thank
out
you,
you, man. Peace.
Yep.
I'm my bad. I'm like texting back. Shit. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, it's Cheesy from Florida.
What's going on, bro?
Not much, chilling. Yo, I have a question, man.
Yeah, what's popping with you?
All right, so I peeped the video you just put out about why women like garbage losers, whatever and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based on, like you say, the reason why they do that because those losers or those guys are just some shitty behavior, whatever.
Right.
So gives them low validation to women. and women seeking validation from them. So, and this goes back to what I learned from you as far as the flirting thing, like saying you flirt with things, kind of like say, hey, you got nice extra lips or whatever. But I guess what I'm asking here is that, what is the right way and the wrong way to show validation to women?
You said what's the right way or the wrong way to do what?
To show validation. I mean, what is I guess what I'm asking is that what's the right way? What's the wrong way to show validation? Like,
well, this is the thing. Because this is the thing with validation. Because a lot of guys, they think, well, I don't want to show a woman validation because, I'm giving her attention and she's just an attention whore. She's going to take it and then she's going to play me or whatever it is, right? If you are giving someone, if you're giving someone validation, right? It should be something you're giving because you want to do it. So, for example, if I see a girl and I think she's hot, and I go up to her and I'll be like, yo, you hot as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying that because I want to tell her that, and I'm doing it in the realm of me flirting with her. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is how I'm interacting with her. So I give it freely where I don't worry about what she's going to do with it, or I'm not worrying about gassing her head up or whatever, because I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just doing me. So it's like, so you see what I'm saying? So it's almost like it's a difference between if, like, I may meet you and I may say, hey, what's up, man? And let's say I give you a free gift. Let's say I meet you and I be like, yo, man, what's good, blah, blah, blah. My name's this little car. Yo, look, I got this book right here. Check out my book. Here, just take it for free, right? I'm just giving you a gift. I don't need to, I'm not necessarily needing for you to do anything. I just feel like giving it to you. And so that's when it comes to the validation. If you want to give it to the girl, give it to her. But you don't need to, if you're doing it out of, expecting something in return, or if you're not giving validation because you're expecting something in return, then both reasons are ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
It just depends on the energy they give out, right?
Right, exactly. And so what I was saying in that video, a lot of these women out there who deal with, like, weirdos or whatever, or dudes, because this is the thing. Somebody wrote a comment, they got it confused, where they were saying, like, and part of it is right, but not all the way. They were saying that, a lot of these women, they'll get with these guys who are losers because the losers create excitement. You understand? Where it's unpredictable, it's, it's push pull, whatever it is, right? But see, what you got to understand is that there's different types of what you can say excitement. So, for example, I could tell you, hey, yo, let's go rob a bank and go in some people's houses and steal their shit. Now, you could say that's exciting. Or I could say, yo, let's go to an amusement park, ride on some roller coasters, and take a trip to, like, somewhere and visit someplace. That's also exciting. But what type of excitement do you want to fuck with? You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of these chicks, their self-esteem is so low that the excitement they like is the bullshit. They like the nonsense. You see what I'm saying? And because the nonsense is all they can, gravitate to.
Okay, I understand now. Because when I saw the video, I was like very, very lost with that. Very lost based on what I learned from you and stuff. But
right.
I'm glad to clear it up for me now.
Right, yeah, that's all it is, man. Because you gotta understand the type of chicks you're dealing with. Because a lot of times, guys, they try to change themselves to mimic losers. You feel what I'm saying? So that they can get a girl. And I'm like, no. You do you. You
no,
be
you don't want
you.
to do that.
Right. Because the thing is, a guy will think, well, maybe I'm not that exciting. Maybe I need to start, like, doing goofy shit to get girls. You understand what I'm saying? Or they'll say, right, they'll say, maybe I need to start pretending that I'm busy and not text her or do all this other stuff. And it's like, yeah, you're doing all that pretending, but you're getting into the frame of of losers. You understand? Because you're so desperate for affection and attention. But if you recognize how valuable you are, recognize how exciting you are, recognize how interesting you are, right? That's a whole nother level of excitement that a woman who's ready for that will gravitate to you easy. You feel what I'm saying? The problem is dudes don't want to put in work, and unfortunately, there's a lot of women out there who have extremely low self-esteem. So you know, you could still fuck around with them on some out smash this girl here and there if you know if it could go down, but you can't really take those girls seriously, and you don't need to go down that direction of trying to appease them just to get them, because it's a fool's errand. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm just saying it's crazy how that works out, man.
It really is. Like, me understanding this whole thing is crazy, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day, man.
Real shit. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
But yo, I appreciate the call, bro.
But I appreciate the answer, man.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna holler at you, bro. All right.
All right.
Peace. All right. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what's going on? This is Carvin from Boston.
What's poppin'? Who's this?
Carvin.
What's going on?
I'm doing all right, man. I had a question for you. So I'm dealing with this chick. I've been seeing her for about a year now, and you know, I set the precedent with her that, you know, this is supposed to be a casual thing. You know, I was wondering that if maybe I went too long with this, because like in the beginning I was on my abundance mentality, having many chicks in the stable, and then as a bunch of them fell off the list, you know, she was the one I was actually feeling, and I kind of stuck with her for a while. And I knew that she wasn't gonna. Part of that reason was because I knew that she wasn't gonna be around us. She had this plans to be moving away. So I was like, all right, let's keep it casual.
Right.
You know, we'll smash and it's all good. But what had happened is that she didn't end up leaving, and we just kept this thing going on. Now it seems to me that she's developing some feelings, and I got to admit, even I am as well too. But I'm not in that mode right now to actually want to be in anything committed.
Right.
Because I haven't seen anything in her that is truly make me want to commit. But because of the feelings I have for her and the scarcity mentality that I've been having, it's kind of put me in this feeling trapped with her. You know, we keep the conversation really open as well too, and discuss about this. And I told her, you know, I'm not feeling about having anything committed. And we've actually been on and off for throughout the year too. And I'm in the mode that I want to get out there and see other women, but it feels like that I'm cheating on her. So it's like I know that my feelings are definitely in it now.
Right. Well, this is the thing. You know, if she's feeling you and you feeling her, right? You know, you don't gotta like rush into anything. I always tell guys not to rush into shit. Just, you know, do your thing that you're doing. Meaning, y'all see each other, y'all hang out, y'all hook up, y'all have some fun, y'all chill or whatever it is. But also do your stuff on the side. And the reason why I say do your stuff on the side is because doing your stuff on the side will also reveal to you how much you're into her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so one thing is that I don't want to hide the fact that I'm actually checking out other women, but there has been one time where I could see a little bit of jealousy in her eyes. Thought.
Oh yeah, well that's definitely gonna happen.
Open about it with her, and she has been open about it with me about her situation as well too. Right.
Well, that's the thing. Like the jealousy is something that is not gonna go away. It's like, even for myself, I'll use myself for example. Like, you know, my wife still gets jealous sometimes when I'm out with other women. You feel what I'm saying? My wife's over there in the background. You're not gonna see she's smiling, but she gets jealous when I'm with other women sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So that's not gonna go away. But what I'm saying in your situation is that you want to still like do what you guys are doing because you actually have that you know, relationship, but also still do your thing on the side, and because what you want to do is you want the situation between you and her to get stronger, and it gets stronger a lot of times when you're doing your thing on the other side, and even when she's doing her thing on the other side, because then you might see her with another dude, and you might start thinking some things. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's showing you like, okay, damn, well, I probably actually care about this chick. So at a certain point, if she shows you or proven to enough to where she's the type of woman who will be a good, like, girlfriend or whatever, then at that moment, that's when that's when you be like, okay, look, we can make this happen in this way. But right now, I don't think you're there yet, and I feel like you need that time to like flesh it out so that you're really, really feeling it. You feel what I'm saying? Because right now, if you jump into it, I don't think you're feeling it right now.
Back out there into the game.
Yeah. So definitely get back out there, but still also see her too. But also, what I would tell you too is, and this is very important, make sure that you still show a level of respect to the situation you have with her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what happens is that a lot of times when we get comfortable in situations, we start to take for granted the good shit we got, and we start to forget, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So for example, let's say if you told her, hey, let's meet up on Wednesday evening and chill, and then she's like, okay, cool, looking forward to it or whatever, and the next thing you know, some other chick come through and want to see you on Wednesday. Don't like ditch her and see the new chick. You feel what I'm saying? Like, keep the shit you got with her and tell the new chick you'll see on Thursday or Friday or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So if you already made that plan with this girl, so that's what I mean by respecting it. Don't be flip-flopping and doing all that other stuff, because that's causing disruption in something that could be actually growing into something good. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Right, and also let her know the same thing too, because you have to also coach your woman in that situation too. So you tell her, listen, if we set a date, come through, you can do whatever you want on the other day, but don't disrespect me by flaking on me if we're supposed to see each other. Like that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because that also is going to, you know what I mean? Because the thing with you and her relationship is y'all actually like each other. Y'all still seeing each other. And if y'all start doing all that goofy stuff, that's going to cause disruption in the flow of how things are going on between you and her. You feel what I'm saying? Because the fact y'all like each other, it's a different level right now. You see what I mean?
I mean, because she was, like, for a while now, being the only one I was seeing, even though we told each other that, we can go see whoever. It kind of shocked me that, it's like really been a year now. So I was wondering, like, should there be like a time limit on this? That way we don't get feelings attached, like for the next time.
Are you saying is there a time limit up until when you should decide whether or not y'all should like actually just be together or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily, because again, this is what I'm saying. It's not about the time, it's about the feeling. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what messes up a lot of people. This is why people get married and get divorced fucking, in a few months, because they be like, oh, well, we've been together for like a year and a half. It's 2 years. We should get married. No, fuck that. It's not about if you've been together for this. Me and my wife were together for 7 years before we even got engaged. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's not about the time. It's about the feeling. It's about you being ready, her being ready, and it being that like you actually want that shit to go down. So yeah, y'all can still do what y'all doing, but it has to be where you feel it, and you'll know when you feel the feeling. You're like, oh shit, like I actually want it to get to that next stage. But you don't want to get to the next stage just because you see the clock ticking. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's not really what it's about. Because if you do that, then you're creating a situation that's not really ready right now. You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
So
and last question before I let you go. So like, I mean, I'm feeling this chick. It's just not. It's not 100. It's not at 100%.
Right.
Because there's some things of her that I would like to see improve. But it got me thinking that if I don't like it the way that she is it even worth it to keep on continuing this? Or should I maybe influence her more to maybe rub off some game on her, that way she can improve herself and see maybe if this could be like an actual committed relationship that we could have.
Right. So what is it specifically you're not really feeling at this point?
There's a few things. I mean, she can be kind of messy.
in her room, and her finances are not exactly on point. I mean, she had showed some promise by improving a little bit, but I don't see the consistency.
Right.
And also, there's still the looming still the looming danger of her movement. So it's like, if she does move, then I ain't with no.
Oh, right.
No long distance relationship. So it's like, what is the point? But she seems very flip floppy about that too.
Right.
So that was kind of keeping me hanging on to her, because there was kind of an excitement. Oh, is she gonna stay? Is she not gonna stay? I guess we can keep it going, and I can keep it casual, and our emotions won't get too attached. But it seems like over time it's still getting attached, and there's still this game that's going where we're off and on.
Right.
And and I still want to see some improvement on her in terms of like the way she's carrying herself, and again the job situation that she has, and just being, I don't know, the less messy in her room.
Right. Well, the thing is, this is actually a good thing, because if you're saying she kind of messy and she the finances is crazy, that's something that if you want, if you're up for the challenge, right? If on some Mission Impossible shit, if you want to be able to mold that situation, and then if you see her actually improving on that, then that's a good sign, because you're giving her instruction and she's actually learning from what you're saying and doing, right? And so if she's doing that, that's a good sign. That's actually a good sign of a girl who would make a good girlfriend. You feel what I'm saying? If you're thinking about that type of stuff. But as far as the moving thing, I'm not too sure what the specifics are on that. Is it like a job thing, or is it just her like feeling like she wants to move away? Like, what's the situation with that?
I believe it's a job thing. She's not feeling Boston anymore. She wants to move to Cali with a friend and try to make it over there.
Right.
She said, for the time being, if she does move, it would be a temporary thing. But if she likes it over there, I don't know if it could be a permanent thing.
Right.
Put my finger on that.
Right.
Which has gotten me always keeping her at an arm's length. Always. Even though I am feeling her, I've always kept her at an arm's length, and which is making me want to actually get out there and see other women.
Right, and this is why I'm telling you. This is why I'm telling you. Definitely, still do your thing on this. Seeing other women, and also as far as the movie. This is why I say don't rush into anything. Just keep the shit how it is, and as time goes on, because basically based off of whatever, like her feelings and how she's things going on with her situation with the job, whatever, shit may change when she decides she's gonna just stay where she's at. You feel what I'm saying? And then that creates a whole nother dynamic to where, things can really go down. But if you keep doing what you're doing as far as dealing with other women, at the same time, if she does bounce or she has to go away, then it is what it is. Y'all can still be cool, but you don't have to worry about it being a long-term thing. But it's better to wait it out and just do what you want to do, what you do, instead of trying to rush into any type of girlfriend-boyfriend type of thing, which is going to be harder to deal with if she does have to move away, or if anything else pops up where she's still on that messy stuff, or her finances are all over the place. You feel what I'm saying? So I would say just keep doing exactly what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? And as time goes on, it'll reveal whether or not you need to take it to the next step or not. You feel what I'm saying?
How's it sound if I were to have an open relationship with her? Because I had brought that up, and she seemed like she was down for it.
You said she seemed like she was down with it?
Yeah.
See, there you go. That'll be the perfect situation for you, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that'll be the perfect situation, because you get to be with her, and also you get to do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all have as long as you guys got some good communication skills between y'all two, then that could be something that could be worked out. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing that I'm saying with this is that you got to understand that it's hard to find chicks you really like. You feel what I'm saying? It's hard to find chicks that you actually like. So the fact that you like her and she likes you and everything's cool, I say, explore that open relationship idea. You feel what I'm saying? And then and see what happens with that. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, make that happen, bro. But hit me up. I want to hear what happens with this. So hit me up again in in a few weeks or whatever, or keep me posted so I can see what's good with this. You feel what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man.
All right,
Thank you
bro.
for.
I'm gonna holler at you, man. All right, peace.
All right.
Yeah, man. We tell you, you guys be talking all that pump and dump shit, and then you get a girl you actually like, you start wondering what the fuck you was talking about. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hello?
Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'?
Yeah, what's up? This is Pete from Maryland.
What up? What's going on?
I'm good. Yo, I've got like some good news I wanted to say, because I know a lot of guys be listening to your videos and they don't believe what you say is actually true. Like, I've had a lot of success. I've been listening to your videos for like a year now. And I went from the guy that was getting friend zoned, the guy that was getting played to like having sex with over 20 women in a year. So, plenty of dudes will be thinking, oh, it's all about looks or money, status. I'm in college. I don't even think I'm that handsome. But I still be cool chicks. So, whoever, the guys that are listening that are doubting themselves, you just gotta believe in yourself, because the mindset that you have.
Exactly.
And
That's what I'm
when
talking
you have
about.
that mindset that you can get the things that you want to get, whether it's women or with school or with work, you can get that. So those guys listening, just believe in yourself, and listen to Lucario or Ron Wills, all those other dating coaches. Like, those guys are speaking the truth. So
Exactly. That's what's
that's
up,
all I
bro.
have to say, man.
I appreciate that, man. And I'm glad to hear that you getting it in. You feel me?
All right.
All right, bro. Mahalo. Peace.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. I love to get those calls, man. People saying, look, man, it's working. That's why I tell guys all the time, it's like baking a cake. I say, yo, if you want to learn how to bake a cake, you Google how to bake a cake. It's going to say step 1, step 2, step 3. You follow the steps, and then you get the fucking cake. Same thing with this game. You read the shit, you listen to the videos, you watch the stuff, you follow it, you do it, you get the girls. It's like, it's not that hard. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, Lucario,
What's poppin'?
just got juice.
What up, bro?
Just got home. I have one question. Every time when I talk to a female, I get bored. Like, instantly get bored. What is that?
Well, a lot of times you get bored when you talk to chicks because you're not talking to them about shit you care about. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're just talking to, you're just doing it because you feel like this is what you're supposed to do. Like, you're trying to buy time.
Yeah.
You're like, well, let me do something so I can start talking to her. No, a lot of times you're bored because you're having meaningless, frivolous conversations with women about nothing, and you're not really getting to the point of what you're trying to do in a situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the only problem I have. So what I do, like,
Well, first, this is what you got to do. Figure out what you want from the interaction. So let's say, for example, you at like a party or a club or a bar or whatever, and you see a girl and you think she's bad as hell, and you're like, damn, I want to get a number, I want to smash tonight, or whatever it is. So when you talk to her, most of your conversation should be geared toward getting that accomplished. So when you're having a conversation, you'd be like, yo, girl, what's good with you? Where you from? What's going on? Like, then you start getting into like sexual type of talk with her. Be like, listen, I saw you from across the room. I thought you was sexy as fuck. What's going on? And so you saying that is going to get her to react in some sort of way. She's going to react somehow. Based off that reaction, that's when you go into more shit. But notice all the stuff you're talking about is in relation to you getting that girl or getting her number, getting to have sex with her, whatever it is. So a lot of times what guys will do is they'll see that the girl across the room, they think she's sexy as fuck and whatever, and when they go over to her, they're asking her a whole bunch of questions about what she do for work, what's her favorite color, like there's a whole bunch of goofy shit, and it's just like he's not really into the situation, and then she's not really into the situation, and it goes nowhere. So a lot of times the girl, she wants to experience you, and through the interaction that you're having with her, which makes the conversation more exciting for her, and which also makes the conversation more exciting for you. Because remember, when it's like this, when you see a girl across the room, right? You're like, yo, she's fucking hot. So a lot of times in your mind, you've already made up that you want to have sex with her. You might not want to wife her, you might not want to hang out with her next week, but I want to fuck the shit out of this girl. This bitch is bad, right? Women, on the other hand, they'll see a guy from across the room, they'll say, oh, he's cute, he's attractive, right?
Yeah.
All that really means is she's interested to know more. You feel what I'm saying? So now, if you go up to her and approach her and talk to her, and you just have a regular boring conversation, you're bored and she's also bored, and then that just ruins everything. Versus if you were going over and letting her know, hey, this is what I'm about, she starts to see what you're about through the conversation. That makes her gravitate to you and like you because she's getting to see the real you, and then that's when things start to, go down. And so you're not bored, she's not bored, everybody's having fun in the conversation. And also, too, what it does is it makes you stand out and be different than every other guy that she's spoken to, because if you're going off of what you want, you understand, it's going to be a different energy than what another guy does. Because even if me and you said to ourselves, hey, I want to fuck the shit out that girl over there, right?
Yeah.
We're both going to approach her, but, at different times or whatever. But our energy is going to be different, even though we want the same thing. So we're going to both come across more unique because we're being authentic and honest with the interaction. And it's not going to be boring because we're just being ourselves fully. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, and let me tell you guys something. This is very important. And I want you guys to listen to this like clearly and understand this shit, right? You're going to have more success with women, right? The more that you keep your interactions with them unique. And the way that you keep the interactions with them unique is that you are 100% honest in the situation you're dealing with the girl. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because right, because this is the thing. If most guys are gonna go up to a girl and this is what they're gonna say, and be like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?"
Be around the bush.
Right.
Like,
how do you know? Who do you know at this
this
party?
and
And where do you live? Or where do you work at? And oh, you're a teacher. That's great. Blah blah blah. Blah, right? But
Is she thinking like when he gonna stop and just tell me the truth?
exactly. So if you go up to a girl and you start talking to her and you're just being authentic with her. Even I remember this dude that used to call in the show. His nickname was Miles' son. He said he went up to a girl and this was so fucking dope. He said, "Yo, I came up to you, but I wanted to let you know that I'm kind of nervous talking to you right now because you're so fucking beautiful." You understand what I'm saying? He says something to that effect. So that's him being honest in that situation with her.
What he feeling. So
Right.
He gotta spill it out.
Exactly. So the girl is gonna be like, "Oh shit!" Like you feel what I'm saying? Like she's gonna be like, imagine how flattering that is to that girl. That she's like, "Damn, this motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? Like that'll open a chick up. You see what I mean? And so that's better than him coming over and asking her how's the weather. Like nobody gonna give a fuck about the weather.
Yeah,
and so
21 questions.
Right, exactly. So the more unique you are, the better the interactions are gonna be because she sees you as more real. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what's gonna make her gravitate to you. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
That's all it is,
have
man.
to write all that down.
Yeah, man. That's how you got to do, man. And just practice that, and then the more you authentic you come across, the more creative you come across too. Because a lot of times when you're being authentic, it trains your mind to be more creative in your interactions and your conversations with women. So this is why even if you notice, if you watch like a comedian is very good at just going off the cuff and just like making fun of the audience real quick. You understand? He didn't plan that. It's just his mind works a certain way. Same thing with a rapper. A rapper could just freestyle because his mind works a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's so used to doing it. So a lot of times you get so creative with how you're interacting with women that it comes off extremely different than most of the other guys she's talked to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is, bro. You feel me?
You're writing down paragraphs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the only thing, like, I started noticing it, because you, like, make sure when you talk to females and see what's your, the bad thing you're doing, and every time the conversation, like, before the conversation, like, start,
Mm-hmm.
I start getting bored, like, instantly get bored, like, we ain't really talking about nothing.
Right, and see, it's your job to change the shit.
It's telling me, my other side of my mind is telling me just be straight up with her, like why you hit her up and stuff like that. instead of making a fake conversation over nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you got to do. And even if the conversation gets stale, remember, it's you can control the direction of the conversation. You see what I'm saying? And so, and this is why it's important for guys to start talking to women more, because the more you do it, the better you're gonna be at doing it. You see what I'm saying? It's a muscle. It becomes an automatic thing. You see what I'm saying? And it's like you have to get in the mode of doing it, so that while you're doing it and you're continuously doing it and it becomes a habit, when you talk to more and more women, you get more and more creative with your talk, with your conversation. You get more and more real with it, because this is what happens also. If you're being authentic with a girl and you're being real with her and you're getting good reactions, it conditions you to want to do that more. So you're like, oh shit, like I just was just real straight up with this girl and she was feeling me, so let me be straight up with the next girl and then the next girl. And of course, there are going to be certain girls who are going to be put off or scared by you being, on your authenticity, because they're not used to that. So that could be scary to them. But also on the flip side, it's a relief to a lot of women. You understand? So that you're talking to her and they're like, oh shit. So this is why I keep telling guys that it's not just about looks, because sometimes what happens is you may not be even a girl's physical type, but because you came at her differently, she looks at you differently. She's like, oh shit, this is a different type of nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So let me see what's up with this guy. And that's how it happens. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all it is, bro. You feel me?
I'm still having trouble with my friend. I told you about last couple of times about my friend baby mama, and she commented on my Instagram page, like not my page, my picture, and she'll like right after I posted again, a second later, she'll like, oh, finally you shave, and then she put a laughing face, and then I was like, well, the caveman coming back soon, and then I put the laughing face.
Right. Well, this chick is just trying to. Is this chick trying to flirt with you? What's good with her? Who's this?
She is. It's my friend, baby mama. Though she is, but it's just like he know, because I had her first, but when your friend be like, oh, I like that girl that you was talking to, and I was the only, like, throughout all my friends, and it still is, I'm the only guy that get girls, and then my friend be asking me, oh, how you know that girl, this and that? Can you hook me up with her? So hook him up with her, and then he got, start being a simp and all that stuff, and then he started acting different. Now we don't talk no more because he got her pregnant and everything.
Wait, but so hold on, wait. So he got this girl pregnant, the one that was commenting on your page?
Yeah, because like he seen her like every time when I come over there, it seemed like he knows she be trying to like flirt with me or try to like.
Wait, so this girl, hold on, wait. So this girl's pregnant right now, and she's flirting with you?
She already has the kid.
Oh, so she got the kid already? Okay, so.
Yeah.
And is she with you? Is she with your boy? Is she with him?
Yeah, and it's
man, nigga, you gotta keep this shit pushing, bro. You gotta don't even.
I be trying to, but it's just like I be having a normal day. Like I'm gonna post like whatever, cause I don't post. And then out of the blue, she comment right second when I post my picture, and it's weird. Like she the only girl doing that too. Like everybody else like it, but she the one quick to comment.
Well, I mean, she probably feeling you, but I'm just saying, dude, that girl, you gonna have to, fall back from that. That's just that's just.
I be trying to, but she still trying to come back.
Nah, just keep that shit pushing, bro. Don't even go down that road. I'm telling you, don't go down that road, bro. I'm telling you, just keep that shit, just keep going. Don't even look at her. You know what I'm saying? Don't even pay that no mind. Like y'all could be cool. But don't try to, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to take her seriously.
I do be cool with her, but it's just like, it's like a weird cool with her. I be trying to be be like a friendly type cool with her. But she be like, when I'm like talk to my friend brother, she be like staring at me. And it's like, when she leaves, my friend brother, he be telling me, I think she like you because like every time when you talk or look somewhere else, she be just staring at you and all that. I was like...
See, Jermaine Jones in the chat room, he said, leave her alone, bro. It's going to get you and that dude into it. I agree. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't, you know what I mean?
I do leave it alone, but it's like she like the one keep trying to like push the button.
Yeah,
like,
but
you
she'll.
know,
This is the thing. At a certain point, you know, she gonna get the picture. You just gotta be the type of dude to let her know, like, hey, look, you know, it ain't gonna happen. So you know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. That's all you
and I
gotta
told
do.
her that, and she still.
Yeah, but she gonna get the picture soon enough. She'll get the picture. Don't worry about it. She'll exhaust herself out. It'll be, you know what I'm saying? But don't get, you know, involved in that. Don't start getting tempted, all that other crazy shit. You feel me?
I'm not.
Yeah, man.
I already learned.
You feel me? But yo, let me get a few. I gotta get a few more of these calls for we, you know.
All right,
before we
thank you,
wrap it up.
Lucario.
Yeah, man, I'm holler at you, bro. All right. Yeah, don't be fucking with all that shit. Crazy. But yeah, you gotta be careful with all that craziness, man. All right. EL, what's going on? Who's this?
Hello?
You, what up? You gotta turn on your computer. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what up, man? Sorry, it's delaying on my computer. I'm trying to follow and see you at the
Alright.
same time. But you got me? Everything's good?
Yeah, everything's good. I get you. What's going on?
Chilling, man. All right, man. No, cool. Nice to talk to you, bro. I've been following you for a while. You're a cool-ass dude. Quick question, man. I wanted to kind of just get your opinion on the situation that I'm going through. So about a month and a half ago, I get hit up by my ex-girlfriend that I had back in 2008, 2009.
Right.
Long story short, I was with her for 6 months. She was my first girlfriend. This was back in high school before college. Things were good. Long story short, the relationship ended because I was in Ohio, long distance, and she stayed back here in Miami. And she ended up seeing some other dude towards the end of our relationship and, you know, fucking another guy. And, like, we kind of just ended because of those two factors.
Right.
I was hurt at the time because she was my first girlfriend. I had started developing feelings for her towards the end of our relationship, but what really bothered me the most was that she was just so quick to just drop me and get with some other dude quickly after we had finished. You know, I know females are like that. That's like their nature, so I'm not really bugging. It took me a while to get over it, but it's been 10 years since I moved on. A lot of progress in my life. Things were good. I had not really talked to her. I had seen her at some parties here and there back like in 2014, 13. Everything was all good, nothing like that. A month and a half ago, she hit me back up because I posted an IG story. And whatever, I entertained it a little bit. She was talking about how, like, she wanted to really see me, blah, 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 catch up, this and that. I had no feelings for her, nothing really. I wasn't trying to get things popping with her at all, but I just figured, fuck it, might as well. I'm on break from school. Let me go ahead and kick it with her for a minute. We met up, and long story short, like, we went on, like, 4 or 5 dates in the span of, like, a month and a half. Yeah,
Okay.
man, we went on some dates, and she fucking, you know, was just all over me again, like really, really showing a lot of high interest, a lot of high signaling, and just like, you know, a lot of interest. And my theory is because in the span of 10 years, she started seeing some other dudes. Shit didn't work out. She was in a 7-year relationship. She was in another like 2-year relationship. She must have like made an assessment and realized that I was one of like, you know, the top dudes that she ever like kind of snatched in her life. So I kind of got it. I was flattered by it. I rolled with it. I got the smash, you know, this and that. But I always had like my defense mechanism up towards her. I always had this like hesitation towards her that I didn't really want to like give myself to her because of just the trauma. I mean, you know, I'm not, that's a dramatic word, but you know what I'm saying? That
Right.
it was lingering in my head, you know? And so long story short, man, like I remember the last like 2 times we tried to like have sex, like I really couldn't just get it up for her. Like it's something in me just wasn't allowing me to like be relaxed and comfortable around this chick, you know? She was talking about like all these like really serious things, like, you know, you're so hot, you're so this, you're perfect, like, you know, in 4 years let's just get married now, like, you know, bullshit, right? But I can tell like she was serious. Like she wanted me to go see her family like real quick. She wanted me to go hang out with her and her nephew. She wanted me to go on vacation with her. Like she was trying to plan a fucking trip to Chicago.
Oh my
to here,
God.
to there.
And wait,
like,
and how
real quick, like,
and hold on, wait. So how old were y'all when y'all first got together?
we were fucking 18, 19, bro, young. I'm
Okay.
28 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, so like she was just very adamant about progressing things forward, and I could tell that she was being slightly sincere, but knowing her history, knowing the kind of person she is, she's had a lot, bro. Like, let me tell you something, man. When we were on our dates, she was just, you know, opening up to me, telling me about all these guys she was dating in the interim. In the back of my head, I'm like, man, you really like date a lot of dudes. You really fucking, you know, you really like, you know, exhaust your options out there. And I can tell that, you know, you probably like me more so than the other bunch, but then again, I know that your heart's in other places. talking about how she had a fucking situationship with some one dude, a 7-year relationship with another dude,
Right.
fucking was in love with this dude, and I'm just like, bro, how am I supposed to like really open up and trust you? I have trusted you. I'm sorry, it is what it is.
Right. Well,
And,
the thing is this.
she
The
let
thing
me-
is this.
She let me speak over her apartment twice. She's like, oh, I don't ever let people do this. You know, I don't fuck with more than one dude at a time. And I'm like, I just can't help but think you're lying. I'm
Oh yeah,
sorry. Like,
she's definitely lying about that. But
yeah, right. What the fuck, you know?
but this is the thing. This is the thing. So are you saying that you have trust issues because of what she did when I was 18 and how she like?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is this. What she's trying to do now is since y'all are what, like 28 now, something like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're both the same age.
Both same age, right? So the thing is this, you gotta understand the person you were at 18 is a different person that you are at 28. Now, what she's trying to do though is that she's trying to solidify a actual long-term relationship with you, probably. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because
Right.
you were the guy that she probably realized was like, okay, this guy was like the good dude. This was the guy that was the guy that I could actually
Right.
be with for, you know what I'm saying? And in between those times, you know, from between like, you know, when y'all 18 to 28, that's a long time. That's 10 years. So of course she's gonna be with this dude, that dude, have another relationship.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
So the thing is not necessarily where, and this is the only reason I'm gonna give her a pass is because y'all were 18. That's why I'm gonna give her a pass. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when you're young, you're young. You feel what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck you're doing. That goes for men and women. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So if some girl, you know, cheated on you when y'all were 18, you understand what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like we were kids.
But here's my like the main point. Like,
Right.
so shit kind of like took a downward spiral, like literally just like 2 days ago. So
Mhm.
I know for a fact that like in her eyes, I'm one of her stud boyfriends. Like I understand that. Like given all who I've seen her in the past with, like I know that that's legit. What you're saying and how I feel is for sure. But this is my thing, man. Like we went out to fucking Dave and Buster's the other day with her and her nephew, right? And like she was telling me the last dude she was fucking with was from her job. They had, you know, they weren't really officially together, but they were going back. She called it a situationship. Like, what the fuck is a situationship? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what she called it, right?
Right.
So I creep on her phone and I see that she's texting this dude blocks of paragraphs. I'm like, bro, how am I supposed to feel good about you still talking to this fucking dude? Not that I'm insecure, because I have an abundance mindset. Don't get me wrong. Like at the end of the day, and here's the thing. So what's bothering me the most about it is that like I get hit in the it's a pride hit when I can't like get it up to fuck a girl, because as a man you should always, right? But I'm learning that fuck, you know, at the end of the day, like maybe some men are different, but men have to have an emotional connection, be able to be relaxed around a girl to actually like be able to get it on. And like with this chick, because of those issues in the past, that shit in there, I wasn't able to. So that was one thing that was really bothering me, and so I ended up like just kind of telling her and saying, you know, these things about how I felt, and like these are the, you know, this is the reason why like I for some reason just can't, you know, perform in this aspect, because and now I'm thinking, man, do I have to just chalk it up to the game? Like, is it over? Because you know, she was hurt, she felt rejected,
Right.
you know, and I'm okay. And here's the thing, I put it to the test because the day before I fucked another girl, man. Like I'm juggling a couple girls around, so like I know it's not issues with me physically or anything like that. It's this girl. It's this specific girl that's giving
Well,
me
yeah,
this
that's what
problem.
it is. It's because you have issues specifically with trusting her. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so because of what happened when you were 18, you still have those feelings from the jump. Then on top of that, the fact that, and this is another thing that's interesting that I think guys need to understand, right? And this is why I don't really necessarily look in girls' phones and check out what they talking about with other dudes, because see, the thing is this, is that, and when you were saying with that chick, when she was texting him back paragraphs, was that a guy she was dealing with while she was getting back with you, or was this before?
This is literally before, but they're still together. Who's to say that, you know, who's to
You
say
said
that
they-
when
you said
she's not
they-
seeing me, she's going to, you know?
You said they're still together as you and her are still fucking around? Like,
No. Her and him are not together. They're nothing right now.
Right.
They're just fucking friends, right?
Right.
Me and her are not official either.
Oh,
We're
so y'all
dating.
just like y'all just dating and chilling right now. Okay, I got you.
Right,
So this is what I want to say about that with the whole texting and looking in chicks' phones and all that. See, the problem with that is that you're and this is specifically with the texting and looking at her old shit, whatever. You're looking at situation she was in that had necessarily nothing to do with you, which was specifically a situation with her and another person. So since it's her and another person, she may respond to him differently than she may respond to you, and differently than she may respond to another nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So this is why it's very dangerous to look at those things in text or whatever, and then you make assumptions of just like her based off of that. Because for example, and this is the same for guys. Let's say if you're texting one girl versus another girl. One girl, you might text her and say, "Yo, I want you to suck my dick tonight when I come through to your crib." Just whatever. And this is what you texting her. Then there's another girl you're texting her and you say, "Hey, how was your morning? How's things going?" You feel what I mean? And it's two different girls, two different texts. So the girl who you texted, "How's your morning?" What if she checked your phone and saw you talking about sucking dick to another chick? You feel what I'm saying? Or her sucking your dick.
Right.
It's just.
And look, like normally, like I wouldn't have a problem with that. Like all the girls that I've been with in the past, like I'm secure enough and confident enough to know that like she likes me for me. Like I'm a stud in her eyes. Even if she talks to another dude, like I'm not tripping. But given the past with this girl, she was my first. I was young. I was insecure, vulnerable, sensitive. And now, like seeing it now, it just invokes and like it just reinforces these, or just conjures up these like old, like insecure feelings that I had. And it's just like got me off my rocker because I don't ever act this way. But this fucking bitch is doing it to me, and it's like, damn. So
See, and I'm telling you, it's because if you look at it, it's because you've been emotionally scarred by that situation. So any and everything she does in relation to you is always through the lens of that. So now what you're gonna have to do is this. What you're gonna have to do is this: is that you're gonna have to be able to, like, let's say just for sake of argument, because y'all just kicking it right now, y'all just doing your thing, right?
Right.
Let's say for sake of argument, she's really feeling you and she wants to keep seeing you, and you may want to keep seeing her, but you still kind of nervous because of this other shit, right?
Right.
You're gonna have to start from a clean slate emotionally, and then you're gonna have to set rules and boundaries with you and her. So for example, let's say she's like, "Oh, I want to get you and be with you," and you may want to be with her too, and you say, "Okay, well listen, we gonna have let's talk about before, and this is my concern. So now if we get together, this is what we gonna have to do. A, B, and C gonna have to happen. Now, if A, B, and C gets violated, I'm gone. You understand? And you have to be so serious with that shit so she knows. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
I think a big. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I was.
Oh, no, go ahead.
A big thing was. I think a big thing was that like we rushed into it too quick. Like it's only been a month and a half, bro, and like we're already 4 fucking days. I mean, it just went too fast. I think if I would have like pumped the brakes a little bit and be like, look, I'll see you once this month, or once this, and then 3 weeks from now or 4 weeks from now, let's talk again. You know what I'm saying? To kind of keep it going. But I think going too fast, too soon with our history may have been a problem. You think?
Right. They saying in the chat room, my dude Ronnie Ron said that she's in his mind now. He say you need to let her go. That's what they telling you on the chat room.
Yeah, man. Hey, yo.
I mean, you might.
Man. And that's what I didn't want, and I believe them in the chat.
You might, because if this becomes too, because this is the thing. If it's not really, because you got to understand something. It's not really her. It's your mind. You understand? This is how you thinking about it. So this is why I'm saying that you would have to emotionally be on some clean slate shit and be like, okay, listen, and the reason why I'm saying that also too is because remember, like I said, people as you get older, you see things differently a lot of times. Right now, you're still scarred from the situation. You haven't you understand what I'm saying? You haven't really dealt with that. Yeah.
Fuck,
you haven't dealt with that yet. You see what I'm saying? And so you have to deal with that first. And I think the best way to deal with that is you have to have a real ass discussion with her. You feel what I'm saying? Because there might be feelings that you're harboring that she may not even been that aware of.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so then, okay, so this is my last point. I'll let you. I know you got to take other calls,
Right.
but to that. So, given everything you just said, the advice, the projection, I get it all. Now, this is the thing. Yesterday or 2 days ago, like I said, we were trying to get it on in bed or whatever. I was in her apartment, and just since I couldn't do what I was supposed to do, I just we just had like some session talk time, and we just kind of laid it all out.
right.
She was telling me I'll be as patient as you want with me, blah blah blah, and I ended up telling her, look, like I think I know what the real issue is. It's just in my head, and it's just all these trust issues that I have, blah blah blah, whatever. Long story short, I remember as I was leaving her apartment, like she was really upset on her couch because she feels like, first of all, she felt like I wasn't attracted to her. You know how girls get.
Right.
No, it's not that. I wouldn't be in this fucking bed if I wasn't attracted to you, dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying that to her.
Right.
Second thing is, Second thing is, but I told her, like, look, it's because of this. And now she got super offended, super hurt. So I hadn't talked to her in 3 days, bro. It's been 3 days or 2 days since I texted her and did anything. I don't know if that was a bad move, number one. But number two, today it got the best of me. I'm like, look, like, it's not so much that I have these feelings for her, like I want to be with her. It's like a pride thing. I feel bad. Like I wanted to please her. I should be able to because I'm a man, even if I don't have feelings for her. Like, so I sent her a message. I said, hey, look, good morning, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully we can, I want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. Something happened in my family, so I used that as like a catalyst to, like, get her attention. She hasn't responded back. So, like, do I got to wait more time? Should I send her another message? Do I have to just chalk it up to the game? Is she never going to come back? Like, what do you think? I mean, if it is what it is. I'm not going to cry. But I want to know what the hell,
Well, damn. Well, the thing is this, man. If none of this should be forced. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
if you hit her up and she's not responding to you, you feel what I'm saying? And you said it's been 3 days
Right.
since she didn't
It's been
respond.
2 days. Today is day 3.
Right, and she hasn't like responded to your text at all.
Yeah, she hasn't responded since I left the apartment. I didn't text her for 2 days or hit her up at all because I figured like we both had to blow off some steam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now today's day 3, and I'm like, let me be the bigger man. I mean, I can't just like not talk to her again. What the fuck kind of man would I be if I just left that shit like that? And especially if I know that she's out there hurt. Now
See,
that
you
now
got
that
it bad
she's
for this
hurt,
chick.
you know?
You in love with this girl, but but look,
Bro.
man, don't force the shit, and don't force it. Don't sweat it. The thing is, you already sent her a text, right?
Yeah.
If she, you guys aren't like boyfriend and girlfriend right now anyway. So if she, like, I would say for you, just keep doing your thing elsewhere. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
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 Don't you don't gotta really like text or whatever because you sent the last text, right?
Yes.
Right. So
You're damn right. I'm not gonna send another one.
right.
No,
So you don't
well,
need to send another one. She know, you know what I'm saying? Like she knows you sent the text, so you just got to do your thing. And if she does hit you back, right, and based off of how you feeling or how you want to make shit happen, you got to be focused. You got to be clear on what you're trying to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's pretty much, and this is what I was trying to say, like, if you really trying to make something happen with her or whatever it is, you got to get over that whole thing of what happened when you were 18, because it's carried over to now. You see what I'm saying? Which is why there's issues with you and her now. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
because the thing is, you as the man, you have to be able to say, look, this is the type of relationship I want, this type of relationship I don't want. You have to say that to yourself first, and then it has to be translated to her. You see what I mean? She needs direction on what needs to go down if she's dealing with you. Because even right now, let's say she hits you back, right?
Mhm.
And let's say y'all talking and y'all having a conversation and y'all talking about getting together. You could be like, listen, when I text you, it's unacceptable for you to wait 4 or 5 days to get back to me. You understand? If we getting together, like shit
Right.
like that. This is the shit you need to talk about with any type of girl you trying to deal with, getting with. But what I would say for you personally, you specifically, you have to first deal with those issues you have first, or else none of this is gonna work. Period. With her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
none of that
no, I
shit
hear
ain't
you,
gonna go
man.
nowhere.
It's in my head. It really
Right.
is.
All that shit
Whatever,
is in
man.
your head, bro. You feel what I mean?
I wish this fucking bitch never even hit me up, dog. Straight up. Like,
You on that Carl Thomas
it-
shit. I wish I never met her. You on that shit.
It's so funny how the devil pokes his head at the wrong time, man. It's the
Man.
fucking devil, dude.
But yo, listen, keep me
Thank you,
posted
man.
on that shit, man. All right, I'm all at you, bro.
For sure, I'm Zoe Harris in the chat room. I don't know if you probably
Okay, cool, I
give me a
got
shout
you.
out, but I'm always around the streams, man. So
That's
I'll
what's up.
holler at you for sure, man.
All right, man. I'm all at peace.
Thank
Later.
you. Bye.
Yeah, man. You guys gotta Gotta deal with them issues, bruh. You gotta deal with them issues. But the thing with girl, and this is what we talk about, the topic of today's show, we talking about the girl's sexual past, man. All these women got a past. I'm telling you, this, man, you're gonna learn someday. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get really caught up in all that bullshit. Now, all that matters is if you're dealing with a chick and you trying to make her your girl or you trying to be with her or whatever, it all matters what she doing now. Like, is she going to cooperate now? Is she going to follow you now? Is she going to do what she needs to do now? You understand what I'm saying? Because if your criteria is to judge what women done in the past and that be it, it don't matter. You may never get with any chick ever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, as long as it comes to, like, you actually would have to just pump and dump. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can't get no girlfriend or nothing. You know what I mean? EL, what's going on?
Hello.
What's popping? Who's this?
Hello.
Who's this?
Who's this?
Oh Lord!
I want to know who you are.
Who is this? Is this a troll again?
Look, I seen your number on my man's cell history.
Oh God, here we go. Troll. They Oh, hilarious. Hilarious. Where they be getting all these troll things from? That's funny. These automated troll things. Hilarious. Man, hold on. Let me give you this text real quick. Oh, man. But what's good, people? What is good in the chat room? You said if women easily change their minds, then why can't she change her mind about rejecting you? They do. Women do that all the time. What do you think happens when you get a chick's number, you call her, she doesn't return your call, and then 2 months later she hitting you back? She rejected you, and now she's coming back at you. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what it is. That's what it is. Man. But yeah, that's, you know. But yeah, the calling number is 646-481-3901. Rossi said them women are crazy. Yeah, that's what happens. I'm telling you, a chick, you get with a chick, you holler at her, you try to make something happen, she ain't trying to hear nothing, and all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like, I remember I had some chick I got, I think I must have met her over Tinder or something like that. And usually I don't save women's numbers in my phone unless we smashed. That's just something I do. So just to know, like, if I get a text from some chick, I know if I smashed her or not by realizing her name's not saved. So I remember with my phone, something happened where this chick, she texts me and she's like, "Hey, what are you up to?" And I'm like, and I think the thread of what we were talking about was lost for some reason. I think it got deleted or whatever. And I'm like, yo, who is this? Like, who is this chick? You understand? And this is a chick that I was supposed to see, I think, and didn't get to see because she just sort of like brushed me off. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, she's hitting me back up. So I'm just like, yo, I don't, you know. So chicks out of the blue will call you back. So they'll reject you at first, and then whenever they're done with whatever other nigga they fucking with, sometimes they'll holler at you. You know what I mean? Or they're horny or whatever it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. 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 But yeah, man. So guys, make sure you get this book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. I gotta get more copies of these, man. These is selling like crazy. I love it. I love it. Because you guys are getting the game, B. I fucking love that shit. I'm still working on my new book. It's taking forever. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, what's going on, Macario? Yeah, this is John out in Philly. How you doing?
What's poppin'? What's going on with you?
No, I just had a question. You know, it was just based off of observations. In the chat, what was going on with the last caller and his situation with the old girl, versus what you were talking about. And you kind of touched on what I was thinking about the fact that he had to, get over what was done when she was 18. But opinions are like asses. Everybody got one. It just, with my ass opinions, personally, I say if you feeling that way, like the caller, as strongly as he felt, about the situation that happened way back when, 10 years ago. From a teacher standpoint, how do you go about deciphering, what to tell your students? Because personally, I'd have been like, yeah, you know what, man, you a little too emotionally invested. You need to kind of let that one go. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
How would you go about that? Because just from personal experience and and seeing other people go through it, for instance, some family members, I seen them, they get back together, break up, get back together, all of a sudden, they have an argument, and shit that happened like 98 years ago get thrown right back in the mix, and it's just not a good situation. So how would you go about, counseling that person?
Right.
If that was, if you were sitting down in a one-on-one, because I we all heard what you said over the phone, but I don't know, and it seems to me like the guy was kind of fishing for an answer that he never really received. Fishing for an answer. Something that that's something if you understand what I'm saying.
No, I feel you saying. Well, the thing is, look, man, like a lot of the issues that you have in your relationships, period, is coming from you. Because remember see, and this is what I was talking about even on my other video that I put out the other day when I was saying that, women who choose losers and ignore, a decent guy, is because the issue that the woman has within herself causes her to have a bullshit relationship with other people. So the guy that was on the phone earlier, his issue isn't really the girl, it's his own mind and how he's viewing what happened to him when he was 18. So the thing is, in order for the relationship to work with him and her, right? He would have to deal with why he feels those feelings about that situation, or why he's still feeling that. And sometimes, there's other deep-seated issues with that too. You understand what I'm saying? Because that happened, because he said it was sort of traumatic, whatever. Because that happened, that could cause issues in other situations he has. Not only with women, but other situations with people of building trust or feeling a certain type of way about things. You see what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm just really agreeing. You connected some dots, but keep going.
Say that again?
I was just saying, I agree, but keep going. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Oh, yeah. So I was just saying that, a lot of that has to do with the person really working on themselves to understand why they're feeling those feelings and what that is, and what's that about, and also understand that the person they're dealing with too also has issues themselves, because this is what happens most of the time. So like, let's say for example, you're with a girl, right? A girl may say or do something and you take it personally, right? You're like, oh, she said this or she did that, and she said or did that because she's trying to play me, or she thinks I'm a lame, or she sees me as a cornball, or whatever it is, right? Now, she could have did whatever she did and said to you, not because she sees you like that, but because of other issues she's having within herself, which makes her react that way to you. So let's say, for example, let's say you're dealing with a girl and she says some shit like to you, like, oh, like y'all are talking and she gets upset. She's like, man, just just go home. I don't want you to, I don't want you here right now. Just leave. You understand? So like, let's say you're at her house and she's telling you to get out of her house, whatever, right? So now you're thinking, damn, I guess she don't really like me or she don't love me anymore because she's telling me to leave and she don't want me to be here, whatever. So you leave and you pissed off and you thinking, oh, well, she don't want you anymore. But the reason why she was telling you to leave was because she was probably upset and she's crying and she's embarrassed for you to see her that way. You see what I'm saying? So there's so many different things that's going on, and it's because you're taking in some shit and she's taking in some shit, and she's responding because of how she's feeling inside. You're responding because how you're feeling inside, and y'all just bumping into each other emotionally, and shit is all over the place. So this is why I say that a lot of times you have to be very grounded within yourself, because when people say and do things, what's going to happen is that you're going to feel it, but you have to be able to manage that a lot of times so that you don't get caught up in hurting yourself based off of how they're coming at you. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times them coming at you is not about you, it's about them. It's about their own frustration, hurt, and pain. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so even, for example, let's say that guy that called earlier, imagine his girl called and was talking about him, and she's like, oh, I'm with this guy, or I was with this guy, we were together when we were 18, and I cheated on him, I left him, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, damn, well, I could say, well, he's going through some pain, or he probably feels a certain type of way of what happened and you being with other guys, you know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily like she's technically doing anything wrong right now. It's just that it's been 10 years. She's, of course, going to date and be with other guys, but the guy she's with now is judging her based off of how she was and how they were when they were 18. You see what I'm saying? So he has to deal with that that issue.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand what you said. I understand all of what you said. I understand because I've even personally been through it. So all this, everything that you explained. I had to learn by going through it myself. I don't think that this is just me right here. I just don't think that just with the circumstances being as immediate as they are, this particular caller can get that done within a month.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
I just don't think that could be immediately done like ASAP.
What could be immediately done? What are you talking about?
What the switch and perception change, views of perception.
Right. Well, it depends. It can, and sometimes it can't. Sometimes shit could be done instantly, and sometimes shit takes more time. So it all depends on your awareness. It's like they had that there's a saying, I can't remember the exact saying, but there was like a lion that was among sheep, and then the lion thought he was a sheep. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then until the fucking sheep or somebody else brought him to the water and he saw he was a lion, and then instantly he's like, oh shit, I'm a lion. You see what I mean? That happened like that. You see what I mean? So sometimes it can happen like that, but sometimes it may take time. It depends on the person. You see what I mean?
I see.
So it depends on, some people wake up like this, some people it takes time for them to wake up. You understand? This is why you have a lot, even, I notice this a lot on the internet. This is why you have a lot of dudes who are on the internet complaining about chicks, oh, bitches ain't shit and fuck that, and I'm a lot of bitches and all that. They're still asleep. You feel what I'm saying? It may take them some time to understand the real shit. You see what I mean? So that's what it is. That's what it is, man.
You're a very wise man.
Hey, I try, man. I try.
Yo, man. You answered my question thoroughly, and also, now I see why the route and words that you took, especially when you explained it that way, because I was among the general consensus out in the comments, like, you need to let that go. But the way you explained it, you actually, trying to wake him up, not necessarily for the situation, but even for himself.
Right, exactly, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about, because once you get right with yourself, you'll start to attract, and things will fall into place how they're supposed to work for you. You know what I mean? A lot of times the issues we have, a lot of times is based off our own, fears and anxieties and all this other stuff, and myself included. There's a lot of shit that I go through where I gotta like catch myself, and I'm like, oh shit, like what's going on with me? Like, damn, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking I was, you know, good on all this, and then I'm like, I'm still caught up in the bullshit too. So I gotta check myself, and it's a constant thing you gotta do. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's what it is, man. You know what I mean? But yo, right, man, appreciate the call.
Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Take care.
All right, peace. Yeah, man. So the calling number is 646-481-3901. Yeah. So, you know, make that happen. So what else is going on, people? I'm getting like a million texts right now. Mike 23, you late. We started at like 3:30 at least, or something like that. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, Mr. Lucario, this is Ed from VA.
What up? What's going on with you, bro?
I just had a quick question that something I just really thought of that I was thinking maybe you had some kind of explanation on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you notice, like, obviously you don't get any kind of dating advice from women because they kind of suck at giving dating advice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one thing I noticed they always say that is so weird to me, like, and I've been told it a lot, which is basically, I used to tell a chick, hey, I'm having trouble trying to, you know, get girls or whatever, and I don't know what's wrong. And then the first answer that usually come out of their mouth, well, maybe you're trying too hard. Maybe you just need to, like, take some time out to just, you know, just, like, stop trying to talk to girls, and then everything will just fall to you. And I was just kind of wondering, in your opinion, like, why is that? Why does, like, chicks give such that one little sucky advice right there?
Right. Well, first of all, most women don't know what they're talking about when it comes to giving guys advice. Now, I'm not saying all women, because there are some women who understand the game and they can give you some good advice. But
I understand that.
Most women, the reason why they can't give you the advice is because, one, and this is what I would say too. If the more honest the woman is, the better advice she can give you. So if a woman's honest, she'll tell you the real deal. A lot of times, women, they won't tell you the real deal because they're liars. They're not honest with themselves. So they're so caught up in being a liar that they can't even tell you the truth that will help you out. So they won't tell you the real deal about how women operate and act because they don't want to reveal themselves. You see what I mean? And so this is why they'll tell you that cookie cutter, oh yeah, just you know, do this and just chill and, you know, do that, and another, you know, no, they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. That's one. Two, some women don't know what they're saying because they've never been a man trying to get women. So women are on the receiving end of the game as far as, you know, the forefront of it, meaning guys are approaching them, guys are pursuing them. So they have no idea what it means to be a guy trying to get a girl. And so they don't know how to explain it to you because they're on the receiving end. I always use this example. It's like, let's say if I asked you, could you tell me the ins and outs of the production of the warehouses in Amazon.com that brings and ships packages to your house? You'd be like, I don't know. I just open the door and the package is there. I don't know what the fuck. I can't tell you how they do it. And that's how it is for women. They can't tell you how it's done because they're not on that side of the game. You feel what I'm saying? They have no idea.
Yeah.
And so this is why it's hard to, you know, hear advice from women because a lot of them are not going to give you the real shit.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I just thought it's weird because, like, you know, you know yourself, so you know when you barely put in any effort. And I'm just like, you're going to tell me to stop when I've barely been putting in any effort?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what sense does that shit make?
Well, that's the thing. Because you know what it is. This is what they're telling you in not so many words. They're saying that, you know, hey, you know, if you chill, the girls are gonna come to you and yada yada yada, right?
Uh-huh.
They're only telling half truths. Because what it is, what they're saying is that the guys I like as a woman, the guys I like, I'm going to try to call them if they're ignoring me, or I'll try to hit them up if I haven't heard from them in a while. So that's basically what they're saying. But that's not really beneficial to you as a whole, because a lot of times what happens is that as a man, you still have to put shit in motion first before a lot of that even happens anyway. So even, let's say, for example, when we talk about getting women to chase you, a lot of times you still have to initially start it in motion to even get them to chase. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a whole, and this is why it's hard to get some information as far as the game goes from a lot of women, because they really just can't tell you. Either they don't want to tell you the truth, or they just don't know what they're talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what it is.
All right, man. Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
That's what's up, bro. I'm holler at you, man.
All right.
All right, peace. But yeah, that's the thing, man. You gotta, you gotta see what's really going on. But yeah, there are some women who know what they're talking about. I'm not saying there isn't, but if you ask your aunt, your mom, and your female cousin, a lot of times they're gonna tell you some bullshit. Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, Lakar? It's the dude showing from the chat room.
What up, bro?
I know it's been a long time since I called you, so I figured I'd give a call.
All right, what's the deal, bro?
I had to say, man, I think you are the best dating relationship coach out there right now.
That's
you
what's up.
and
Appreciate
a few
it.
others like Alan and a few others. And I say that because I listen to some other people, man, and they're almost there, but not quite to your level. These people are older than you, man. I hear him talking about looks, money, status. I don't want to get back on that.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, you're 40 plus. What you talking about?
Right.
And I say that because I heard a dude not long ago. He's gonna remain nameless because I don't want to start no beef with you and him. But he was quoting some statistics about dating online and trying to make it as though black dudes wasn't desirable online. I'm like, bro, that ain't that. Like, I get 4 or 5 messages from white girls every week. I don't know which.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That you see, and this is what let me touch on the whole statistics and
all.
all.
Black dude saying that.
Yeah, exactly, and this is the thing. This is the thing. People gotta understand. I don't really fuck with statistics like that. And the reason,
I know, because they're not accurate.
Exactly, and the reason why I say this is because a lot of statistics are biased based off of who's doing the stats, and the organization may have an agenda they're trying to push, which is why they have the statistics the way they are. You see what I mean? And also statistics, a lot of times, like even if you do like a survey and all this other stuff, a lot of times, and I remember even when I was in college, they used to do these little surveys at the end that you survey the professor, whatever. Nobody's paying attention to that. They just circling whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody's paying attention to that. And if you do some type of study, a lot of times what's going to happen is people aren't going to say the correct answer. They're going to say the answer that makes them feel good. So if someone says to you, hey, would you describe yourself as a fucking, awesome person? You understand? Most people are going to say yes, even if they don't believe they are. Because to themselves, they want to feel like they're an awesome person. You see what I'm saying? So they'll say yes. You feel what I mean? So it ain't, it's nonsense. But anyway, yeah, go ahead, my bad. Let's go on that shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, sometimes when I hear some of these dudes talking that crazy stuff, I almost feel like sliding your information so you can talk to them, dog.
Right. And that's the thing, because online, nigga, I be cleaning up online. You understand what I'm saying?
I got ugly pictures of myself up. And I get about 2-3 messages a week or so. I'm not killing, but it's like, I don't know the statistics you talking about. So these white girls be hollering at me, and it ain't just about that, I get hollered at by quality women. So you got to be careful with these statistics. And then all this, some people thinking it's about money and stuff. Anyway, just pretty much like you said, the more people talk, you can understand at what level of game they have.
Right, exactly.
I get disappointed by people who claim to be a dating and relationship coach, and they complaining about some stuff that's on a level 3 and 4.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't get it. I'll be looking, and this is what's funny. What's funny is I don't get where certain cats will. This is what boggles my mind, and this is very concerning to me. Where someone will say to me, they'll be like, "Yo, I listened to your stuff, but I also listened to this other person who was saying literally the opposite of what I'm saying. So, and then they're confused. I'm like, how do you even do that? You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, like, you might as well say, yo, I'm listening. You might as well say, like, how are you going to listen to someone teaching you about getting girls? And then let's say you go to another guy's channel who's, let's say just for sake of argument, he's like a gay dating coach. He's teaching you how to get men. How you going to be like, yo, I was listening to this dude about how to get men and listening to you about how to get women? Like, what? I mean, unless you bisexual, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, how do you do that shit? Because some things are going to clash. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I don't get that.
Also, like I was gonna say, you could tell by the understanding what somebody has and what they're saying. Is a guy who's at a certain level, his complaints are different. A guy who understands what's going on, his complaints are, I'm tired, I got 2-3 women.
Right.
I'm tired, I got alimony.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at?
Right.
I'm tired, I've been pimping all night.
Right.
These other cats, it's like, bro, what are you talking about? It's almost like when you and Steve was talking to some dude who was with a woman, talking about he wanted to marry her. I think you had cut off.
Right,
earlier.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Years of disrespect from a bride. I'm like, well, what are you talking about, bro? You shoot yourself in the foot. You show them you got low level of understanding, and it's even worse when they got a host that got a low level of understanding too.
Right. And it's funny because I actually had some. I remember I had a few trolls on my page. They was talking about it. It's like, yo, Lucario, you know, how come you don't have any? They said, how come you don't have any infills? And I don't see that, you know, I don't see a bunch of, you know, enough pictures of women on your Instagram and all this other stuff. And what these dudes don't understand is, like, first of all, I'm not a pickup artist, so that's one thing. So I definitely differentiate myself from that because that's just not what I do. But even when it comes to, this is why I understand the level of the game. Most guys that are on a higher level, and I don't even like to say higher, but a more aware level of the game, understand that you get more women by being discreet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
it's like being a drug dealer.
Right, exactly. Like if I'm on my page, right? Because this is what happens. If I meet a chick, right, on Tinder. My Tinder's connected to my Instagram, or she finds my Instagram, and she sees me on Instagram with chicks with their titties out. Chicks, you know what I'm saying? She'll be like, oh shit, this motherfucker, I ain't fucking around with this dude. You gonna have me on Instagram with my titties out. You feel what I'm saying? She may wanna just creep with me and get her back blown out a few times a week and keep it pushing. She don't want to be on Front Street. So when you're advertising yourself like that and you're, you know, quote unquote bragging like that, what happens is that you're doing two things. One, you're creating a situation where other women who would want to get with you sort of back away. And two, what you're doing is that you are showing that you don't have the things that you are showing. And let me explain this. The person who doesn't have has to show. I'll give you an example. Look at Bill Gates and look at any of these rap niggas. What is Bill Gates wearing? How many chains is Bill Gates wearing? You feel what I'm saying? How much shiny shit is Bill Gates wearing? He don't need to. Why? Because you already know what he got. He ain't got to show off that I got this shit. He knows it. And he's comfortable with it. He don't got to do all that shit. But the rappers, they have to show off because they need you to believe that they got this shit popping off. This is why you got a lot of dudes with the videos and the girls all up in the shit. Now, don't get me wrong, I got pictures of girls with me on Instagram here and there, but it's not like I'm not showcasing it because I don't have to. You see what I'm saying? Like, the game speaks for itself. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's
like the richest people in the world, you don't even know who they are.
Exactly,
example,
right.
I gotta tell a lot of people, one of the wealthiest men in the world that is in everybody's face all the time, but nobody hardly says is Putin.
Right.
They don't know this fool owns castles.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't telling people that.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's just like the game. You know, people bagging them on shit. They're not so flamboyant with it.
Right.
I just want to make one more statement. I'm going to get off and let you handle the rest of your business. But I got to thank you for what you've done, man. You helped me have a more healthy mind, taking good with a lot of these other things. A lot of dudes run around here angry at women and stuff. Mm-hmm. And you don't need to be all that much. You have a high understanding of what's going on.
Right.
Anyway, peace, my dude.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. Cause yeah, dudes be on that bullshit. Dudes be on that bullshit. Hold on, dudes just texting me like crazy. But yeah. What's going on in the chat? We got Johnny Quest in the chat room. What's going on? What is going on, bruh? What is the deal? Damn, what time is it? I'm going to do another 10 minutes, and then we're going to get up out of here. We're going to get out of here. Another 10 minutes. Okay, yeah, let me see what's... Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, Ricardo, what's going on? This is Ronnie Ron.
What's poppin', bruh?
Not much, man. I wanted to call you because that previous caller, the last two callers, the one I called by his girlfriend, you made a true valid point about forgiveness, because if you don't forgive, it makes you hard to move on in the game, because then you're gonna look at all the women the same.
Right.
You know, a lot of them. I remember you told a story of how, you know, like how you be coaching men, they have a lot of unforgiveness in their heart, and it's making them a hard time to do approach to a woman because they feel like, hey, you know, I can't forgive my last girlfriend, so I'm talking to the girl, I still have the same mentality that I had with my previous girlfriend. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you made a good statement on that. You feel me?
Real shit. Nah, and you know what it is that, again, like, you know, guys gotta realize that, you know, when you're dealing with women, you have to understand that most of these women are, you know, they're leading a double life, and not a double life in I'm not saying it in a manipulative way. I'm saying it in sort of like a necessity type of way. You understand what I'm saying? Because so what happens is, in order for a woman generally to get what she wants out of this dating game, right? She has to try almost be two women at once. You feel what I'm saying? Michelle Cobre in the chat room said, I can't say the name wrong, my bad, bro. He said it is manipulative. Well, the thing is, you could say it is manipulative, but what I'm saying is that in order for her to get what she wants, and I'm not caping for chicks, I'm just telling you guys what's going on. In order for her to get what she wants, a lot of times she has to be that double agent, because the thing is this. If a chick is saying she wants a relationship, a long-term relationship, and let's say she's had sex with like 50 guys, and let's say guys that she's interested in ask her that question, most of the guys that ask her that question are going to think, oh, I could never be with her because she had sex with 60 guys. You feel what I'm saying? So she has to pretend for the guys who make it an issue that she's had sex with 3 dudes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And right. And so the thing is putting this unrealistic expectation on women to, you know what I'm saying, to be out here like nuns all day. It's not realistic. You understand what I'm saying? Because women's their sex drives are just like us, and some even more. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I feel on that 100, because you know, by me doing all these approaches every day, you can't hold a woman past for your now. You know what I mean? So that's why I try to have the mentality, because I'm like, they be like, oh, I'm talking to this dude, I'm talking to this dude. I say, well, I really don't care. As long as you're talking to me, that's all that matters.
Right. So, and that's what I'm saying. This is the thing. It's all about respect. The girl respecting you in the moment when she's dealing with you. Period. And so if you, let's say, for example, you meet a girl and y'all get together and y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, or you end up having her as your girlfriend, as long as she's respecting you as her boyfriend in that relationship, then you good. As long as she's not cheating on you, then you good. See, the problem is that dudes think that because a woman has had a number of different sex partners, that if she gets with you and decides to be in a relationship with you, right, that she's going to end up cheating or not be able to bond with you because she's had multiple sex partners, which is false. Because a girl, she could have been just dating different dudes, in her past and doing whatever it is. She could have never actually cheated on someone. A girl, there's girls who will date around, date a lot of guys, and when she gets into a relationship, it's just her and the guy. She won't cheat on this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Then you have girls who will cheat on their man. You feel what I'm saying? So it all depends on the girl. It's not necessarily based off of her just having sex to determine whether or not she's going to be good to be in a relationship with. You see what I'm saying?
That is what you're saying. No, you make a lot of sense, man.
Right.
I'm telling you, you schooling a lot of men. You school me in the game. So I'm like, man, I'm coming out here. Women asking me, like, you think, I can tell you got too many girls. I'm like, nah, man, I'm chilling, I'm vibing. They be like, man, because it's like you a man. I like one statement you made to want to call you, like, sometimes you got to tell a woman you're in the presence of a man. And I told a girl that the other day, I'm like, she started laughing. She was like, I never heard a man ever say that in my life. I said, that's why, because you're in the presence of a man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if a lot of men have that mentality, I'm telling you, you're going to have a better result in the dating game.
Right.
You know?
Right. And you know it's crazy, like the thing is, unfortunately, this is what makes it harder for guys to get what they want in the game. Unfortunately, there's a lot of guys that's even watching this right now who's going to watch this rebroadcast and they're going to be like, no, but I don't believe that because, you know, there are women out there who are saving themselves or women who only had one or two guys, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But those are the rare exceptions. You feel what I'm saying? It's not most women that you meet. You understand what I'm saying? Especially the older they get, they've had multiple dudes. You understand what I'm saying? In at least the double digits. So some guys have this idea that it's only going to be four guys, 5 guys the most. No. It's double digits, anywhere between 10 to 100. You know what I'm saying? So, or 10 to 99, I should say.
I live in the city, so Miami probably like 1,000.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? So
most of the women down here, that's why I felt so bad for the caller because I've been through that situation because it's Miami, but these girls down here in Miami play games, so you got to
right,
play the game.
And also too, a lot of girls. You got to understand something. A lot of girls are dating when they're just dating. They're dating multiple guys at once. So, a girl will be dating 2 to 3 to sometimes even 4 guys at a time, and will be having sex with all 4 of those guys at a certain time. Within the interim of her dating situation with them, and 1 or 2 of those guys will fall off. She'll pick up another 2 or 3 guys. You see what I'm saying? And it is what it is. And this is what's actually happening. So I just want guys to understand that don't you have to switch your mindset and understand that this is reality. The reality isn't a girl at home knitting sweaters waiting for you to come and take her to the prom and you know what I'm saying? And she's this virgin waiting for you to deflower her. Like, that shit's not happening anymore. Especially in this day and age when they got Tinder and Bumble and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Where a chick could get dick on demand at any time. They should call Tinder dick on demand for women. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all Tinder is. You see what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ.
Me and what's it called? We were talking about that in the chat room, how back in the 50s, women was women. Now it ain't like that no more, man. You gotta understand. Now we gotta really learn this game. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm trying to learn this game. Because I know in the city, you think women home, then sweaters and all this. I had an ex-girlfriend that, you know what I'm saying, that I'll be thinking, she's by herself. Later I know I go on her Instagram, she got like 5 dudes with her. I'm like, God, dog.
Right. And it's crazy because my dude, Michel Cobre in the chat, he said they can't pair bond when they do that. Why do you think relationships fail today? And see that's the thing that I talked about earlier. That pair bonding stuff that's false. A woman having sex with multiple dudes has nothing to do with her being able to bond with a man. Let me tell you what makes it hard for you for a woman to bond with a guy. One of the reasons is because most guys who deal with women don't know how to upgrade her. You understand what I'm saying? This is an energy thing. It's not. See, this is the thing. A woman she can get attached to a guy based off of sex, but it's not just that, because women can have sex with you and keep it moving and not be attached to you. Meaning, a woman could see a guy, think he's physically attractive, and say to herself, this guy is a fucking dummy. Like, this guy is a cornball. Like, he's stupid, but he looked good, so I'll fuck him. right? So she'll have sex with him and never want to talk to him again because he's an idiot, right? So what happens is, and this is the thing, what happens is that when a woman gets with a guy, she falls in love with a guy because she gets emotionally attached to him. Now, can she get emotionally attached to a guy through sex? Of course. But sex is not the only thing that is going to make the girl emotionally attached, because if that was the case, she would get emotionally attached to every guy she's fucking. You feel what I'm saying? So what gets a girl emotionally attached is the type of guy she's dealing with within the situations he's dealing with him in. So the thing is that, because I said this earlier, there's women that I've dealt with who's had sex with 60 dudes, 70 dudes, 90 dudes. Wow. Like I said earlier in the show, there was a girl I was dealing with I think 96, 97 guys, and we went out for months, and the shit was great. We bonded perfectly. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
It was, you know what I'm saying? Like it was some deep shit. So it's not about, see, dudes say that bonding shit because in their mind, if a woman is, because this is what guys think. They think, well, and you probably heard this before. Guys will say, oh, if I fuck her good enough, that's gonna make her want to stay. No, you know what I'm saying? If you fuck her mind good enough, that's what's gonna make her stay. You see what I'm saying? Right. You see what I mean? If you get her mind, that's when she bonds with you. You see what I'm saying? Most dudes don't get the girl's mind. And that's what it is. That's what it is.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm trying to talk to like a doctor right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
He hit me up on my Facebook. I told my homeboy, I'm like, I'm gonna get her. And he was like, yeah, I know, Ronnie, man. I taught you well, man. Go ahead and handle that. And he bad, Lucario. He bad. I'm gonna send you a picture. I'm telling you.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you bad. And she a doctor. You know what I'm saying? And all that from the game, man.
Right.
From you.
That's what it is, bro. That's what's up, man. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my dude. All right, so I'm gonna holler at you later, man.
I'll holler at you.
All right, peace.
Later. Peace.
All right, let me see what Michelle Corbre's saying real quick. Hold on, let me stop taking calls for a second. You said think about it. Most women who never had more than more partners usually stayed married. It's in history. Lucario saying is a minority, which is the exception to the rule. No, well, the thing is, back in the day, social constructs made it so where it was a little bit different. But trust me, shit was still going on back in that day too. So now that shit is a little bit more, out there. You feel what I'm saying? This shit, more. It's easier for the shit to go down. Now, this does not mean though that, again, like the chick can't bond because she's fucked this guy and that guy. It's just she's not bonding with you because there's nothing there that she created that connection with, which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're not gonna bond with everybody. You see what I'm saying? But the bond you have with someone in a relationship it's deeper than just sex. This is why I'm able to have an open relationship. You see what I'm saying? Because when people think, it's not just sex. Enemies of VD said, what do you think of Amber Rose saying women fuck who they want, men fuck who they can? I saw that today actually too. My girl sent me that meme too. I thought that shit was funny. See, no, it's not men fuck who they can. It's men fuck, or no, I would say simps fuck who they can. You understand? Men fuck who they want if they got game. You see what I'm saying? But when they say women fuck who they want, I'd say most of the time that's true. Because women have access to a lot of different guys. And they could pick the best one they want. But it was funny, under that meme, I saw people saying, well, they said something about marriage. They was like, men marry who they want, women marry who they can. So, it's a little, it all depends. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is. But damn, what time is this shit? I gotta head up out of here and finish some shit. Fuck. I need to head up out of here and finish some shit. All right, so guys, remember to get your copy of How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, make sure you go to MrLocario.com or click the link below. I have the link. Make sure you get your copy. You get the hard copy, the ebook, or the hardcover. And it comes with 2 free audio programs, the Conversation Booster and the Confidence Booster. So make sure you guys check that out. You feel what I'm saying? But let me shout out all the people in the chat. So shout out to my dude, Jermaine Jones, Michelle Cobre, Ellie Empire, Ronnie Scott, Poti Robinson, Carl Newman, Mike 23. Who else is up in here? Who else is up in this piece? Did I say enemies defeated? I probably did. B. Scott. Shout out to you. Shout out to JXN141. Shout out to Ross Goldberg. Who else is up in here? Shout out to Got Juice. Man. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to Spartan Butler. Shout out to Tim G. But yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. So remember, guys, the live stream is gonna be live on this channel, probably up until September, until I could get it back on the main channel. But yeah, I appreciate all you stopping through, and I will holler at you guys later. You guys have a good rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you soon. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.